Welcome back to Roast My Kit. If you're new here, here's how the video works. I ask my viewers to submit their airsoft loadouts over on the BB Warrior Discord, and then we roast them here for this video. So we've got a lot to get through, we've got a big backlog, so let's get right into it. Bread Cola, which is a username, has their 2009 Army Ranger kit, and this just goes unbelievably hard. Like, I love this era of kit. I love kits that make UCP look cool, and this does it. And you know, like, I've got most of this. I've got UCP, I've got a PCU jacket, which he's wearing. I don't have the MBAV, but I have an RRV. I could be him. Like, I could have a kit that is as cool as this. I love these old school Ranger kits. Like, this whole era in the global war on terror was just a total vibe. Like, the Mark 18 is super cool. It might be a Block 2. I can't tell how long that rail is. The MBAV, if that's what that is just such an iconic plate carrier. I love this. Like, this is just such a cool kit to me. Like, this was what cool guys were wearing when I started playing airsoft. So it's always going to be cool to me. 10 out of 10 right here. There's no roasting involved because this kit is just fire. Tent House and Bees, which again, like, we'll work on the usernames in the next episode, has his kit that he calls Bare Bones. And I get some feedback on these videos pretty often that I'm not actually roasting a lot of people, that I'm nice. And like, there's some where I've kind of dug into people, and this is one that people will probably expect me to rip into. I'm not going to, because this looks like a pretty new airsofter, and I think he's got the right thing going on, if we're being completely honest. Like, you gotta clean your room. That'll be the real roast. Like, why would you take a picture like this and put it on the internet? But getting back to the kit, like, I think you're in the right place. Like, this is a step above rental player, and I think that you've got some good ideas on here. I will say, you're probably gonna wanna take off those elbow pads because they absolutely suck. If you're playing airsoft, you're not going to enjoy the hoodie. I would just go for something a little bit lighter. You might be cold while you're standing still, but once you get moving and sweating, you're going to fog. And I guarantee that if you've got this as a setup, you've probably got some affordable iPro. But I think this is really all you need. I would definitely recommend the next things for you to get are some more magazine pouches. It doesn't look like you have an insert in the JPC, but something to make mags be easy to reach up in the front, but also not fall out if you like lay down or something like that. But, you know, I think like this is just a very basic first setup. I think that's a Valken for the gun. I could be wrong about that. And he's got what looks like a dump pouch on the left, which again, you know, I think you really do have everything that you need. But I think that, you know, if you are a beginner player, I think that you're definitely doing a good job to start. Guys, I keep saying that we've got to get usernames that are actual words. And I don't think you guys are getting the message. So this is, you know, we don't see the kit very much, but I do just want to acknowledge something that is really cool, and that is that RPG 26. Because if it is what I think it is, I've been wanting one of those for a really long time. Now, typically the rule on Roast My Kit is that you have to be wearing it, and I guess we've got it here. I can't see most of the kit, but it's my show, so I'm going to do what I want. The RPG 26 is something I've wanted for a very long time because I want like a shoulder-fired tag launcher, and if this is the one that I think it is, I'm very, very jealous. There's a guy in France, I think, that makes these. He also has a guide on how to do it on YouTube and like build it yourself. However, I'm bad with tools. I have soft hands, so I'm not going to be able to do that. This is super cool. I do want to know if there's something underneath the jacket. It's cool that you're able to get the FSB jacket as well, but like, you know, gun's cool, jacket's neat. The launcher is what I really care about with this. So this is pretty cool, and I am very jealous. Generally, Soldier has a shotgun kit, which is something you don't see a ton of in airsoft because they all kind of suck in their own unique ways. Either they're underpowered, they don't feed well, or they just break. And this is something else. I will say, I just want to know what type of games you use this at, but this has like the perfect level of like old school neatness that I kind of like it in a way. Like, don't get me wrong, this is highly impractical. I wouldn't want this, but dude looks like when you're in a game that has like different classes of enemies, he's like the heavy soldier, despite saying, you know, admitting that he is super scrawny. This is just hilarious. Like, I want to see this guy at a game and see how it's used. I bet that visor is not eye safe. He does have iPro underneath, but I'm afraid of it like cracking. This is hilarious. And then like, I didn't even notice until just now. He's got like the handgun mounted up here as well with a lanyard on it. Like, bro chose the hardest loadout to use of all time, and like I should roast, but I do need to give some props for being willing to wear all this stuff. It's got the shoulder protectors as well. Like, this is just hilarious to me. Name in a language that I don't speak has their Russian impression kit. And I gotta say, I really like this era of time when you had the old school Flora, and you still kind of see the same sort of kits nowadays, or maybe the last couple of years with Russia, with Digiflora. But I think that this is just super cool. Like, it's modern-ish, and I feel like an old person because 2008 was almost 15 years ago at this point. But I think that this is 2008 was over 15 years ago. Oh my God. I think this is super cool. It made me feel super old as well, but I dig this kit completely. It's like the right level of jank because infantry kit sucks. Like, you're not getting the good stuff. I really like this. Our next kit is from Big Ounce, who is a channel member, and I gotta say, the first thing that I notice is the helmet scrim. He is over on the left of this photo. I think that just makes any helmet look cooler, if I'm being completely honest. And taking a look at the kit, it is, kind of what you'd expect for basic NATO stuff. I love that 416 as well. I know we've seen that on the channel before, but I think that this is just sick. It does kind of look like an airsofter to me. It doesn't look like this is based off of a impression or anything, but I do think that it is pretty cool. And I do see, are those Pit Vipers, I think? I've been seeing more and more people wear them from Airsoft. I think they're ANSI rated. So if you're watching this video, I'd love to know, are they actually good? Like, are you wearing these for the meme, or are you wearing these because they're actually good and they don't fog up? So if you're watching, make sure to leave a comment down below. And I do just want to take this opportunity to say a quick thank you to all of our channel members who help make the BB Warrior possible. Each month, channel members get some really great perks, like being able to watch videos early, they get a guaranteed spot in the Roast My Kit videos, exclusive content, and even more. So if you want to learn about becoming a channel member, again, to get all those perks and even more, there's information linked down in the description below. The support of channel members allows me to continue making videos, to be able to go out to games and go out to other Airsoft events and actually be able to see the people that watch these videos and hang out. So if you want to learn more information, it is down in the description below, but let's get back to roasting. Tristan the Argonian has their kit, which I have to give props to anybody who's willing to wear a kit from like the 90s, because just look at it. Like, this shit looks like it sucks to wear. It's super cool, it's trippy, don't get me wrong, but back then, kit just weighed so much. Everything contains soft armor. Like, look at that plate carrier. Tell me that you would not be heat stroking in that, especially with the helmet and with, a face covering, and besides that, a 3-point sling. I get that it's correct for the impression, but why suffer? Why put yourself through something so awful as using a 3-point sling when there are better things out there? Or you can make a 3-point act like a 2-point. The dedication is incredible, because I would never, ever use a 3-point sling. That is how much I hate them. But this is definitely super cool, just from, again, a time period with the full-length M16 as well. Like, the drip is immaculate, but a lot of that drip is coming from the fact that he's sweating like crazy and all that, and will probably heat Kaz. Now, Phoenix has a cool kit that I want to take a second to talk about, because it's based off the 10th Penal Legion, or the Penal Brigade, whatever the real name is. It's kind of an impression, but it's more of like a LARP group that's run at Gun Gamers Productions, which, in full disclosure, is my event company. What I really like about this, and what I love seeing from the people that have gone to our games, is it doesn't always make sense for impressions to be in games that aren't based on real conflicts. So I love that people have kind of created their own thing and doing their own flavors on each group, like lore and everything. And the Penal Brigade is kind of based off Warhammer, from my understanding, of you're a prisoner, you're being thrown into service. I'm sure that something in that statement was wrong, and all the warhead people out there are typing on their keyboards viciously. But anyways, the LARP behind this is that you are a soldier, now after being in prison, you get out of jail through your service. And it's just like homeless kit, essentially. So taking a look at this, we've got, the photo isn't the greatest. TQ on the rifle's neat. You don't see that very often on an AK. It looks like an underfolder, and then just like some basic webbing gear in like the straight green. The photo isn't the greatest, but like, I think this is what makes airsoft fun for me. It's like just acknowledging that we're playing a silly game and, wearing whatever costume you want to it. Like there's games where like, yeah, I want to wear my NATO or my Rust 4 stuff and like, be, in that sort of unit in the sort of LARP in those games. But other times, like I just want to wear stuff and like do something silly like being in a Penal Brigade. So yeah, this is super cool. I absolutely love this, and to all the people who have done these sort of LARP units at Gun Gamers, thank you for making the game so much better. This kit comes from Trevor, who is one of the moderators on our Discord. And I gotta say, I have a soft spot for European kits because they're kind of hard to find. Like they take a lot of work to do and have them done right. So taking a look at the setup, I admittedly don't know too much of what we've got here. I will say though, we've got the map pack on the back, which is probably not correct for the kit. We've got what appears to be a Cry MRB, and then I'm just trying to get a closer look at the rifle, a Mark 18. So this is a Swedish SOG kit. I'm not super certain if this is correct for it, but what I appreciate about loadouts like these is they're hard to get, and often they're super expensive. That Swedish uniform is more than Cry uniforms, I know, because I love Swedish patterns and I wish that I could get it. And I always just have a huge amount of respect for people that are able to do kits like these because it costs so much money. I think one of the best examples is like German Special Forces, like KSK type kit is just unobtainium, and when you do find it, it is ungodly expensive. So I think that this is sick. The one thing that I will say, just looking at it as a kit, it doesn't look like you have a ton of mags on there, but I'm sure, if this is based off an impression, maybe this is more of a direct action, shorter raid kit, but this is pretty cool, I will say. Frog Boots has their kit, and we haven't had a good bathroom picture in a while. And he says, forgot my phone, but what did you take the picture with? This is a mirror, right? Okay, well anyways, getting into that, it looks like he's got a nice Mayflower chest rig, some sort of M-Lock M4. The kit is pretty, pretty average for what you'd expect for NATO. He's all multicam, which nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, but then we've got the bathroom, which like, I want to do more on the kit, but my God, dude, you gotta clean up that bathroom. I'm sorry, but like, I can't focus on anything else in here. I just feel like I'm too busy looking at everything in the background. But yeah, I mean, the kit is totally fine. Mayflower chest rigs are super cool if I am looking at that correctly. The one thing I will suggest is coming up with some better routing for your push-to-talk. Having it across the chest like that just looks like it's going to snag on a tree or in a doorway at some point, and you're just going to get like yanked back. But overall, I mean, cool, but like less time on the kit, more time on the bathroom. Gambler Airsoft, who is another channel member, has his kit with him and a couple of friends. And, it's just, again, I love M81. I do want, like, I get that this is your loadout, and we will talk about it. I do just want to acknowledge your friend with the UMP 45. Bro's in like a COD Modern Warfare 2 lobby, and not the new Modern Warfare 2, the old one. I have not seen a UMP 45 in so long, but I do love that you rattle canned your gun, excuse me, and I think that the JPC over the M81 is just an iconic look. So this is definitely super cool. This submission comes from Stickums, and I gotta say, besides the fact that Tiger Stripe is super cool, doing drone kit as well is even cooler, and the fact that he was able to carry it all on his person. This was at my event, Shadows of Foreign Value. It was the first 24-hour we did as Gun Gamers Productions, and the kit was just immaculate. All of the OI SOG guys, which was this group, what they were wearing just looked incredible, and they ultimately got at the end of the game. But the kit is just super cool. I love that Spiritus split front chest rig as well that he's got on. This is just, like if I was gonna do an impression, I'll say LARP, this is the one that I would wanna do for GGP. So I absolutely love this. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and a big thank you to everybody who submitted their kits. We had a pretty good run this time. Like every kit was pretty good, so I feel like I wasn't doing a lot of real roasting in this one, but there are plenty of more submissions out there. So if you want to submit your own kit, the link to the BB Warrior Discord server is down below. Feel free to join and submit your loadout for a chance to be featured in an upcoming episode. But that's going to do it for today. If you want to watch more Roast My Kit, you can watch the playlist right up here, or if you want to watch something else that our overlords of YouTube think you'd like, you can click over here. But my name is Lane, and I'll see you all next time.